I can't do normal life, so instead I live in the cold in Arctic Norway. The legendary Lofoten Islands are right in front of us. Most van lifers have already fled south chasing the sun, and they can have it. We chase solitude here in the Nordics at the edge of the world.
We woke up this morning to these views here. We're at a little place called Unstad on the Lofoten Islands up in the Arctic Circle in Norway. Now when you think of the Nordics, and especially Norway, you'd be thinking skiing, snowboarding, mountains, reindeers, but you wouldn't be thinking surfing. Well, this place here is Norway's best wave. The mountains go straight up here from the ocean, and the waves roll in from the Atlantic Ocean and creates one of the longest rides, as you can see at the back here, that you get here in Norway. Now there's a whole bunch of white sanded blue water beaches along this west coast here on the Lofoten Islands. And we're going to go for a little cruise today, check out the scenery, because the thing is, we are in the polar nights and we get this little twilight here for 2 hours and it's dark again at 12:30, 1 o'clock. So we need to get a hurry on. It's Monday morning here and there's 20 guys probably out sitting in the water having a great time, and obviously not working today. It's about 1 or 2 degrees, but the wind is blowing and the chill factor is cold, but it's a very nice day to be here at Unstad. This is where we slept last night. It's pretty difficult to get a free park up at Unstad. So at the end of the point here, there's this parking place and it was 200 kroner to stay here for the night. No power. There's a couple of bins over there. There's a toilet here, which is great. So, but the view, that's what you're paying for here, I guess. It's magnificent, to say it mildly.
Now, I've seen some places in my time, but this has to come close to taking the icing on the cake. We slept here alone last night, and there was something special about having it all to ourselves. I'll never understand why everyone wants to cram into the same spot, shoulder to shoulder, when you can embrace the cold and have a place like this entirely to yourself. We've been beachcombing these islands all afternoon, drinking coffees with incredible views. We've got one last stop before we need to find a park up, a place they call the Eye of the Devil.
Now we've been cruising around the Lofoten Island today, combing all of these beaches, and the scenery is just blowing me away. Every corner I turn around, there's something new. There's a new mountain, there's a new jagged cliff face. It is absolutely magnificent. Down here in this rock pool is the famous Devil's Eye. It's a little carved out hole with a stone in it that looks like it's from the eye from the devil. To find a park up before it gets dark. I don't know where we're going. We're going to have to get on the park for night and source out something. This is where we slept last night, in this little fishing village. A free park up. Look, today we're going to continue combing the beaches here on the Lofoten Islands. Nina's got one up her sleeve, and apparently, I can't remember the name, but you'll know soon enough. And it's supposed to be the most famous blue water, white sand beach here on this island. Hop.
Suti is making her way south through the Lofoten Islands, loving the cold Arctic air. This place is wild. These mountains are on another level, literally blowing my hair right back. I was doubtful about coming up here in the winter, but now I can see it was the right choice, and honestly, it's humbling to be here.
We just arrived at this place and it's called Flagstad. It's the most famous beach here in all of Lofoten. And we're going to go down now and have a little check out, see what's cooking. We're at the campground here, but this place is closed, according to the sign, until February. So we won't be sleeping here tonight. There's not a breath of wind. It's a full Gary glass up on the ocean. And I don't know what to say about this place. I'm actually a little lost for words. We're pretty far south now on the island. And it's been amazing to be here. I will definitely come back to this place, but we're going to head back to the mainland and we're going to try and chase a little bit more winter because it's so mild down here, and we want to get into a little bit more skiing and a little bit more minus temperatures. So I'll be back here for summer one time. I reckon in the summer here you can do all the walks up the top of the mountains, check it out a little bit more. 2 hours of daylight and it's dark again. So, but what a place. Love these polar nights. I was speaking to a guy yesterday in a coffee shop, and he's been living here for 16 years. He was from Poland originally, and he said when the sun does return, all the locals go out and chase it to get it on their skin, and he said it's like some sort of epiphany. The body, oh, that's what the sun was like, and you get this rush of energy, and he said it's one of the best feelings he's ever had. So I'm actually looking forward to when this occurs in the around the 20th of January when the Polar Nights is done here.
This has been a spectacular day driving around, discovering hidden gems scattered across these islands. The light fades fast up here in the Nordics, and even that carries its own kind of beauty. Somewhere in that darkness, something inside me has awakened, something I quite can't describe with words, but whatever it is, it feels good. I don't know how many times I need to remind you of this, but making fire is the best thing you can do. It never gets old. The same excitement hits every single time. Pulling out the fire pit, chopping the wood, smelling that very first smoke. It's music to my ears. And I know this will be one of the rituals for many years to come.
This is tonight's park up. Not a bad little off-grid place here, right on the waterfront, and a massive mountain behind us, but you won't see it until the morning. These chairs here are the best thing we've bought for the van. We've tried all sorts, but they're around 60 euros each, and they fold up into a small little bag you can put them in, and they go under the seat in front of Sooty. Because if you have big ones, they just take up too much place. So these ones here are definitely a good bit of kit to have in your van. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon and it's totally pitch black. I can just see in the background the faint outline with the white snow on the mountains. How is it to be sitting in the darkness of the time? Well, it's different. As human beings, we need the sun, and here there is no sun for over a couple of months up in this Arctic Norway. But I seem to be adjusting okay. Like when it's dark at 2 o'clock in the afternoon and then midnight comes and it's still the same feeling, so you don't really get into the rhythm of, oh, now it's dark, now it's time to sleep. So I actually haven't been sleeping that great, but look, I'm not complaining. It's good. It's like a bear going into hibernation and just taking it easy for the whole winter, because we don't really do that now in this society. We're so busy running around doing this and doing that that we forget that we actually do need some downtime. And I'm treating this polar night as my downtime here for the winter to recuperate. And I've actually never done it before, and I think it's going to be a positive thing in the long run, the polar nights. Tell me, would you like the polar night living in the darkness in a van? You let me know at home.
This feels like a lost world here in the Lofoten Islands. And out here, the human concept of time just doesn't exist. We've been driving for days, astonished every time we turn a corner. The famous blue hour gives us everything a kind of grace, and the northern lights remind us of just how powerful this place really is. Experience all of this from our van. It's a once-in-a-lifetime journey, and when I think about it, building this van with our own two hands, strong enough to survive the harsh Arctic conditions, it's crazy, but also proof of what you can achieve when you put your mind to something.
Now, all good things come to an end. We've had a blast here on the Lofoten Islands. We've been driving north now. It's quite long, the Lofoten Islands, but we're slowly making our way up. And the mountains are full of snow. There's this amazing golden hour going on now, but there is not so much snow here compared to inlands. So the plan now is that we're going to try and find a little bit more snow so we can start going cross country again on the skis. And Nina's actually going to go home for Christmas. So we need to be in the area of the airport at Evenes. And she leaves in about 8 days' time. And she will go home to Stavanger for 10 days. And it will just be me and the poodle here up in the Arctic Circle. And I've got a little plan to make some festivities here, to have a Christmas alone in the van. So watch this space. Now, there's a lot of boats in Norway. They go everywhere, boats and tunnels. And we're taking a little boat now over to this island to get off Lofoten. And we've been off-grid now for a week. And with the driving, we've had enough power to keep Sooty going. But we're getting a little low now. So we've decided we're going to go into a campground this evening, charge up, take a shower, and relax for this evening. Thought it'd be rude not to take a daily aspartame. Haven't done it in a while. And on these boats, there's no staff. You just pay for yourself. It's like a trust system. And we just paid over there. And now, little daily aspartame. Now this park up is literally about 3 minutes from when we're getting off the ferry. If you want to come up here into Norway, into the Arctic or anywhere in Norway, and all of these boats, there's no actual cash transactions. It all goes on this little brick here, and you can order them online, and then you'll get the bill in the post at the end of the month, and that is how it works up here. beauty. We've got power coming into the van now, according to my app here. So this is home for this evening.
A lot of people ask me if I miss where I come from, and the answer is no. Home for me is something I find each day, and that is all I need. I'd rather see the world than stay confined to the same suburb for the next 50 years. That life just doesn't resonate with me.
Now, you should be careful what you wish for. We've been saying we want winter, and now we've got it. If you watched last week's episode, we were up at a place called Bear Mountain, and that's where we've driven again, not far off the Swedish border. But we have a problem. The road is closed. It's real bad weather up there, so we have to wait for the Koloneskörning, which is like a follow car, and the next one comes in an hour. So we'll wait here at the bottom of the mountain. We'll drive up. A guy just came out of his little quarters here to see what we were doing that works for the road company. And I told him I want to sleep up there, and he's like, oh geez, it's a bit wild and woolly up there this evening. I said, oh well, that's exactly why we've come here. So he said that's okay if we swing off at the top. We'll wait an hour and then get up to this little hot spot to get some proper winter. Now that was a bit of a wait. It was almost 2 hours, but we're on the move. We're in the Koloneskörning, and according to the GPS, we'll be up at this little park up in about 20 minutes. So I don't know why they've got it tonight, because I can see everything here. Usually they do it as if you can't see and for safety, but maybe on the top it's a bit more windier, but right down here it's not too bad. But we'll see once we get to the top. The whole point with this Koloneskörning is that when the wind starts to blow, it picks the snow up and it transports the snow, and you can lose the visibility quite quickly. So yeah, it's a little windy up here. I can see that, probably why they've got it maybe, but today. But if it gets really serious, then you won't be able to come through here without this Koloneskörning. And everyone's got their hazard lights on, so I can see the follow car down the road, and my visibility is good with all the cars in front of me. We're soon at this park up. Well, that's tonight's park up. We finally got back into the minus temperatures in the snow. So, very happy to be back up in the Bear Mountain. Now we've just been for our first ski tour in over a week. It was great to be back, gliding on the snow and have the poodle chomping on my tail. Now, you might be thinking, what is that noise behind you? Well, that's a very good question. Santa Claus doesn't live too far from here. He's actually just down the road here in Finland. And this year he came early. Now you might be thinking, what are you talking about now? Well, We're staying off grid now for 4 days before Nina has to take the plane back to Stavanger, and we won't be driving. And I've been thinking about this for a while, so what I've done is bought myself a little 4-stroke generator, because now I can just stand still and charge up the van. It's absolutely unbelievable. Come and check this out. Here she is, the little generator, charging up as we speak. So it's going to be a game changer, this one, for being able to stay off grid longer. We've actually got a lot of power in Sooty. We've got 600 ampere lithium, which is a big whack of power. But every day we're charging 2 laptops. The diesel heater's going all day long. The Starlink's running all day long. We're charging things all day long. So it's okay if we're driving all the time because it just tops it up by the DC-DC charger. But now we're good to go standing still as well. So I'm like a dog with 10 tails in the mountain with no one around me, charging up my van Sooty.
The wonders of life got the prettiest side for everyone to enjoy. Standing up close by the Christmas tree, glimmering light, I am right where I wanna be. I will be home for a couple of days, wander around with you and me in the...
I thought we might just do the van a bit ready for Christmas. Since Jared is going to be here along with Sarah, and we're just decorating a bit for Christmas today with some sparkling and greens, and Jared has actually got his own Christmas tree over there.
This thing's next level. How good is it with a little Christmas tree? We bought it from Biltema. All you Scandinavians know Biltema. And it's got a bit of 3M tape on it, so it just sits here like a brick and plugs into the power. And turn the light off here. Look at it, unreal. Now last year we were in Morocco for Christmas. So Nina actually hasn't had Christmas with the family for over a year now. And it's a long way down to Stavanger where we live from here. It all costs money, so she's going to go down by herself, take the plane to Stavanger, take 10 days, and me and the poodle will hold the fort here in Sooty. So, look, I don't mind Christmas. It's nice, but it's not on the top of my things to do. So I'm okay with it, having it by myself with the poodle, with some food, maybe a cold beer, and I will be like a dog with 10 tails.
I just wrapped some Christmas presents for both Jared and Sarah, she is smelling it already. So I'm guessing that she will enjoy it on Christmas Eve.
God bit. Är det en god bit du har? Yeah, yeah.
It's just you and me tonight. It's just you and me tonight. It's just you and me tonight. I'll spend all this Christmas with you.